Let's take another case, that is when interest on capital is charged more than. Now in this case there is no omission of interest on capital, but the mistake is that we have charged more interest on capital as compared to which have been specified in the partnership deed. Let's take an example. A, B and C are partner with their capital of 3 lakh, 2 lakh and 1 lakh. Their profit sharing ratio is equal. Interest on capital is to be charged at 10%, is charged at 10% instead of 9%. So actual interest on capital to be charged was 9%, but by mistake we have charged at 10%, means the 1% extra interest on capital has been charged. In this such type of cases, first we will be taking the difference between the two rates. One is 10% and second is 9%. The difference comes to 1%. So 1% interest on capital we will be calculating. So here we have calculated 1% interest on capital. So 3 lakh 1% comes to 3,000 and 2 lakh 1% 2,000. C 1 lakh 1% comes to 1,000. Total is 6,000. Now again let's prepare an analytical table. Now here, as we have charged more interest on capital, so 1% interest on capital has to be written back. So here we have written interest on capital as we are withdrawing the extra interest on capital which we have charged, that is 1%. So the interest on capital will be debited. As we know, interest on capital is credited to partners capital account, but in this case as we have charged extra interest on capital, that is instead of 9% we have charged 10%, so 1% extra which we have given will be withdrawn back. So we are writing on the debit side interest on capital. A is 3,000, B is 2,000 and C is 1,000 the total, and for the firm it will be credited by the total, that is 6,000. Now the extra which we have charged as interest on capital, if it was not been charged, that extra amount, that is 6,000, would be distributed in profit sharing ratio. So we have distributed this 6,000 in profit sharing ratio, and as you know that profit is been credited to partners capital account. So here we have written on the credit side profit 2,000 A, B 2,000, C 2,000, and the firm will be debited by 6,000. Now let's take the difference. Here debit is more by 1,000 and here credit is more than by 1,000 in case of C. So the entry would be with A account, A's capital account debit to C's capital account 1,000. Now let's take another cases where we have charged interest on capital less. The example is the same, that is ABC partner capital remains the same, 3 lakh, 2 lakh and 1 lakh. Here the profit sharing ratio is 5:3:2 and interest on capital is charged at 8% instead of 10%. So here the mistake is that we have to charge interest on capital at 10%, but by mistake we have only charged at 2%, means 8%, sorry. So 2% less interest on capital is been charged. So here also we will be calculating 2% interest on capital. A 2% comes to 6,000, B comes to 4,000 and C comes to 2,000. Now let's prepare an interest on analytical table. Now here interest on capital, as we have shown 2% less, so 2% to make it to the 10%, we have to add 2%. So 2% will be credited to partners capital account. So A share will be 6,000 credit, B 4,000 credit, C 2,000 credit, and firm will be debited by 12,000. Now this extra less we have shown, that will be a loss, and loss will be distributed in the ratio of 5:3:2. So A will be 6,000 debit, B 3,600 debit, C 2,400 debit, and firm will be credited by 12,000. Now let's take the difference. B comes to 400 credit and C comes to 400